Hey guys, how are ya? I'm back with another cool LEGO Star Wars set, this time from the Death Trooper wave. As you can see by his... Oh my goodness, those look like little eyes there, and then that's a mouth. Anyways, um, so from the Death Trooper wave, set's based on the Delta class T3C shuttle, which was first seen in Rogue One, obviously. Obviously. It retails for $120 in Canada, so if you want something that's close to the 10 cents per piece, you're not going to find it here unless you find it on sale. This is about $35 overpriced if you want it at that 10 cents per piece mark. As for height, this thing is huge. It's almost as tall as my AT-AT with the wings folded up like this. I'm not sure when they're folded down. It's probably, yeah, it's definitely taller. Definitely taller. Uh, 33 centimeters, it says on the box, from here to here, which you can't see. So that's a massive set if you just want to buy it for scale, but what you really want to do is buy it for its contents and for the look. I mean, if you want to put it on your shelf. Anyways, let's get in, starting with the figures. First up, we have K2SO, or K, or K2, or however you would like to say his name, nickname, or actual. He's a very special figure because, well, first of all, he's the first one, and he's an introduction to a Super Battle Droid legs without being on a Separatist, which is cool. And he's got a new body model, which is also cool. A new type of Imperial droid to add to your mocks and stop motions. And he's got a straight battle droid arm, and he's got a curved battle droid arm. And like I said before, with the printing, let me just see if I can get the... There we go. Yeah, you see that Imperial symbol? Pretty cool, eh? Yeah. Details, people. Details. And he's got some scrapes on the back of his head. And you can see he's got some control panels on his chest. He's got his eyes. They didn't actually put the socket things in his eyes, just white. Anyways, and he's got some little dots on his head. Nothing super important. Some colors there. I'm getting really in depth with this one droid. Oh well, he was a good character. And he's got one dot on the back, one peg to put bricks on, or you know, like gun pieces. Like, yeah. Why am I getting so in depth? I guess I haven't done a review in a long time, so I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to be off for that long, but sort myself out, you know. Anyways, so that's K2SO. And now we're going to move on to the next figure. Alright, so this is Peo. Peo we saw in the movie, or if you saw the movie, you saw him in the movie. He's a cool figure. He's a cool standout rebel. A unique species that we haven't seen before, to my knowledge. Do a quick spin around. They gave him a long rifle there. Get a little closer. On the details. You can see he's got leg printing, chest printing, facial printing. He's even got printing on the back there. He's got a cool little hat too. So he has a strip of cloth, but anyway, he's got a gray head. And there's his screaming face when he was yelling retreat as the AT-ACTs were running in. And he's got an antenna for communications, which is just cool. And you guys know what a long rifle looks like, so I'm not going to get in depth with that, because I already have gotten in depth with K2SO, like, way too much. Sorry about that. I'm not exactly a professional reviewer, if you haven't noticed. So let's get to the next guy. Here he is. The pilot. I'm the pilot. He says, after being suction cupped to halfway to death by the monster. Oh, what was it called? Oh, what was it called? What was it called? I'm just gonna keep spinning him until I remember what it was called. I can remember when they were saying it. You know what? I'm gonna research it in between cuts, and I'll tell you guys in the next cut, and I'll probably scream it because I'm just full of anticipation to know the name. Anyways, so Bodi, another memorable character from Rogue One, another memorable character that dies, spoiler alert, just like the rest of them, double spoiler alert. That was a perfectly timed flush. And he's got Kanan's hair, his ponytail, which is cool. I kind of like when they use the same hair pieces for different people, at least when it fits them. And they had to change Kanan's hair. I got the old black hair, and so did he. Anyways, there's his non-mask face, or non-goggle face. Looks pretty cool. Kind of rough though on the face. Usually they're not like that in the Imperial Air Force? No, Starfighter Corps. I got it. Let's see. And he's got a Han Solo style pistol. Not really Han Solo style, but it's kind of the same. The scope isn't exactly on the right part. Anyways, he's got that backpack that you see from the movie. The one that holds the cables on it, and then gets him so close to the ship, and then it pulls back on him. And then he gets in trouble, and then he explodes. So sad. But it was bound to happen. Everyone saw it coming, but they never thought that would actually get there. To the point of execution. Anyways, so you guys have had enough of Bodi Rook, so we're gonna go on to the next figure. Hey, I remembered it. Alright, you know what I remembered? I remembered the name of that monster that I couldn't remember, and I didn't even have to look it up. You ready for it? You ready for it? You ready for it? You ready for it? That is, if you haven't already looked it up, been frustrated with my lack of knowing. It's the boar gullet, and it looks like a blobfish with tentacles. If you don't know what a blobfish is, they're hilarious. Watch We Need to Go Deeper. I find they make their best appearance in that. Anyway, so the Death Troopers. The Death Troopers are a new Stormtrooper design, and they look sick. In fact, well, no, we're not going to do a box comparison. That's way too high up there. And my stand has little legs. I've got a big head and little arms. Anyways. So the detail's kind of hard to see because it's mostly just gray and black. And then he's got his pauldron, which is cool. And he's actually got green lights there. I'm sorry if you can hear my sister yelling. She doesn't know how to control her volume. And then I think this might be a flashlight on the end. Did we see it as a flashlight in the movie, or was it a communicator? Reminds me of the little flashlight Lego piece that we get with the clones in some of those sets. And I think, no, they're not going to have it in the fighter tank. I don't think so anyway. It's not exactly something I have So let's open his head up, and you know what we're gonna see? Hey, it's the angry clone face. I'm sorry. It's the angry clone face. It's nothing special. I kind of wish they used rebel faces. That would have made more sense to me, because there's more than one type of stormtrooper. They're not clones. They should have different looks. A lot of them are just people that signed up because, hey, everyone else is signing up to stop the insurgencies. Insurgents? Yeah, that sounds like a word. Anyways, so you get two of these guys to protect the director, whose name is Krennic. Director Krennic. Director Krennic. Krennic. Looking very nice. Sporting a old hairstyle. Not old, but it's not exclusive to him. Twitch. But still, it suits him. Looks very nice. Could be a little bit darker, actually. Maybe with some gray, but, you know. It could always be better. Everything could always be better. Why is the Death Star not to scale with minifigures? Well, you know, there's a reason for that. And there's a reason for this set not being to scale. Spoiler alert. It actually does fit in the box. I didn't have to buy multiple of the box you just saw. But anyways, let's get on with Krennic. So he does not have a double-sided head. He's just kind of got this poker face with a slight tinge of anger to it. I'm going to call it the angry tinge poker face. No, never mind. It's a Krennic face. There we go. And he's got the silver blaster that they have started liking to use since Captain Phasma came out in LEGO. Just a medium blaster. Not a long rifle, just a normal medium blaster that everyone else is tired of. But not as tired as the stud shooters. Those things can leave. They don't even fire the grenades. Why? Anyways, enough of my woes. He's got the nice silky cape. So nice. I'm glad they redid these, because I remember all the capes I had would crinkle like paper, and then you'd have to put them under a book for a few days. I never did that, though, because, you know, I didn't have to really present them. And when I did, oh well, might as well just take the cape off. Anyways, he's got some nice details. He's got a belt, some communicators on it. He's even got 2 pens, because all the officers have 2 pens. It's just a rite of passage. You have to have a pen on one side and a pen on the other side. You can see where his shirt goes over to the other shoulder. And there's his belt buckle there. He's got no details on the legs. You can see his rank right here. Very, very nice. Back to the blaster, though. Does this look anything like what he has? Sure, it's silver, but why did they really use silver? They used it because they wanted to keep the Phasma blaster. And they wanted to keep the Phasma blaster because of The Last Jedi. They didn't bother, once again, I mean, first of all, he has a pistol. They could have at least used a pistol. But instead they used a full-on medium blaster. So, what they could have just done, I mean, they would have had to get the molds back, but there you go. I don't even care that it doesn't have a scope. You guys play Star Wars Battlefront, the DT-29? Does that look more like the DT-29? Or is that? Tell me honestly. Oh my goodness, why? But anyways, that's just what I substitute in. If you have the old Lego, the old Indiana Jones, you just give that to him. May not have the silver or the scope, but it just looks better in size and in shape. Kind of makes him look like a gunslinger though. Anyways, so you guys want to see the set now. The Krennic's Imperial Shuttle. Let's go. Hey, that's the first time I've said the name this entire video. Anyways, let's go to that, shall we? And here it is, the shuttle. The T3C. Did I say that right? The T3C? I may have scripted that, but I'm pretty extra sure that it's the Delta class T3C. Formerly known as the Krennic shuttle by everyone that has the Lego set and doesn't know what Wikipedia is. I'm sorry, Wookiees, I pronounced that wrong. Anyways, so this is beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Just look. It doesn't even fit in my camera. Can you imagine if the wings were cut like that? It looks so nubby. Anyways, let's get the wingspan out just like the thumbnail. Whoa, yeah. Where'd it go, eh? Where did it go? Huh. How am I gonna do this? Just figuring this out now, eh? Well, it doesn't matter right now. So, let's just go through the different parts. Well, those opposed? Okay, we'll go through with it. I'll be right back. Okay. So it looks good, but it's so hard to see the camera. Okay. So I'm going to bring it out to about there. How does it look, peeps? How does it look? Does it look nice? You see the full wingspan? I'm really hoping so. I'm really there. How about that? Does that look nice? Okay, we're done. We're done. Cut. Okay, so that was pretty bad. I hope you guys get the full idea. I don't even think it'll... Big wing problems, eh? Hashtag more wing, more problems. Sorry, I'm not swag. I apologize for any further swagging comments that I might make. So we'll start with the outside, starting with the front. Well, you guys already saw the wings, so basically, you know, fold it like that. I'll just look at this wing. Got the details here and here for landing lights. And there's a gun on the very end. I think that's a gun, I'm pretty sure. Or it's just another landing light, but that is a long distance. Like, can you imagine flying a plane and the gun that you're shooting from the plane is like 20 feet below you? That's gonna be hard to aim. You're gonna need to lead it by a lot. Anyways, let's fold that back up. And I'll do a quick spin of it. With the wing, well, you can look at the wing up first. There's the wing up. Like that. And now we'll do the wing down with the side. Very nice blue engines, but I'll come around back to that. So I like the triangular design they have to it. It's not just the wings anymore, they're actually triangulating the whole body, which is cool. The wings, you have your action feature, because every Lego set needs an action feature. And that is that you get 3 of these, and they can go one on this wing, one on the other in the same place. And then you shoot it at your little brother or sister. Please don't shoot your little brother or sister. Please don't. Please do not. I will be banned if you do that. Please do not do that. And, you know, you'll be banned too because I'll be a bad influence and... Anyways. Let's look on the engines. Let's look at those beautiful engines once again. So blue, very blue, very nice. I like the Star Destroyer engines, I like the Lambda Shuttle engines. Engines just have a big appeal to me, and I love them. I love them so much. And back here you got more landing lights. Because it's dark all the time, no matter what, wherever you land. It just kind of brings the darkness with it as it lands. The window's very nice. We'll get to that later with the scaling and stuff, though. They really did a good job, like, with these details. It's got a good smooth look to it, but it's also angular. So, yeah, dang dust. Dang dust. I'm too much. Another landing light up there on the wing. If you can, no, you can't even see it. I don't know if you see that right there. Little red dot. Little red square, rectangle. Rectangle square. So now for the insides, you pull this. First of all, when I did that picture, and like the start off with the set, I actually had all the figures inside. So it's pretty cool that you can actually fit all of them inside the ship. So this opens up horribly. So you gotta open up this window piece like that. And I guess I'll show the cockpit first. So there's the cockpit. Nice white cockpit, very official looking. Dashboard looks very nice as well. Sticker, I believe, sticker for the dashboard. Just a few stickers on this. Most of it's black and gray. Okay, so we'll open that up once again. And then you open this up like that. You can just fold it in like that. Kill Krennic with its own ship, with his own ship. And then you open the sides up like this, and then that makes these guns look like skeletal hands. If you didn't get a good eye of the guns, I know I get annoyed at that when I watch other reviewers' videos, so I'll just put that down like that. Maybe. Whoop! Got it grabbed there. There's the guns. Very hidden. It'd be pretty hard to hit their guns off. Even still, though, I mean, these guns are closer than the wing guns, if that is indeed what they are. That's still very far away. I mean, TIE Fighters got it right. TIE Fighters are one of the only ships in Star Wars that seem to have their guns right. That said, Star Wars ships can lock onto their targets using heat locks, so they don't really need the guns to be, you know, like World War I right at their eye, because they don't really need to aim, they just need to be good at computers. And most people in Star Wars seem to be amazing at computers. I mean, the Death Star, for crying out loud. Look at that thing. That thing doesn't use sights, that uses a giant computer. So, back inside, to the Batcave, to the Krennic cave. We have sort of a seat here. It's kind of a seat. These, first of all, very Death Star looking here. Krennic's like, I oversaw the Death Star, so I want everything I do to look like the Death Star. And they're like, okay, boss, okay. So that's that. You can actually fit these guys in here as sort of prisoners. So you take his gun, and then you strip him of his backpack. That. And then you can sit him. Is he face forward or not? Yeah, he is. Look at me looking at the box after I've already bought the set. Anyways, so he kind of sits, when I say kind of, I emphasize it, because he doesn't sit well there. He can't even put his arms down, right? Right? Oh my gosh, you can do that! Although with his ponytail it's going to be pretty hard. So if you like squish his arm right beside his body, Move his armor like that. Voila. Sorry about that. He's a prisoner. Hola. Hola, prisoner. And you can put his backpack right there, which is probably not a good thing, because if he has guns in his backpack, like Peo undoubtedly does, he's just gonna get out and shoot the guy right out of the cockpit, because he's a pilot. Anyways, so let's just pop Peo's head off. And you can put his backpack like that, and fold the antenna down like that, and we're gonna make him cry because he gets homesick, obviously. And just put your hat back on, and go like that, and there you go. Perfectamundo. And the Death Troopers got their own stations as well. Not only that, but they have a nice little red peg to put their medium blasters on that do not look anything like their blasters in the movie whatsoever, minus the fact that they're black in some places, which is just so horrible, and you have to resort to small color similarities when you're looking at Lego guns. So go out and buy something on Bricklink, because those guns are awesome. Awesome. Anyway, so they go in like that, and we got the prisoners behind them, blasters go there. You can take Peo, and you probably did see, when I cracked open the engines, like that, you can actually put their blasters in the little hooks here. Oh my goodness, these wings are just so big. So big and obtrusive. Anyways, so you can put the blasters like so, and so. There you go. Fully disarmed. There we go. There we go. This is a giant set, and I have a very small desk compared to other familiar faces. So we can take Krennic then and put him in his nice comfy chair, which turns his cape into a sweater or a big cozy blanket. And he says, giant shoulders now. What the heck is that? Anyways. And then this goes back up like that, and this goes like that. But then you're looking at me, or you're not looking at me, and you're like, yo, where's K2SO? And I'm like, yo, K2SO, he's right here, Broham. He's right here. And you're like, well, what you gonna do with him? And I'm like, wait, watch this, Broham. I'm gonna take this out, and I'm gonna take this landing ramp, which I forgot to tell you about, but doesn't really matter anyway because it's completely useless. I'm gonna take this K2SO, and I'm gonna sit him in here beside these Death Troopers. There we go. I'm gonna put him like that, and he's gone. And then it gets up and it flies away. So yeah, you can put all figures in there as prisoners, Death Troopers at their stations, Krennic at his station, and K2SO on the landing ground. Because he can pass for an Imperial. Probably not until they check their database. So I'll just look over the landing ramp. It's useless. How are you going to get to the landing ramp? I mean, even if you were pretending or doing a stop motion, nobody walks like vertical. You see what I'm saying? Nobody walks vertical, people. Just accept it. Lego, if you're gonna make a landing ramp, you gotta make a bigger ship. Anyways, so that is pretty much the ship, minus the landing gear, which I will now show. The landing ramp is on a gear, so it goes click, click, and it only goes down about 2 on a flat surface. So the landing gear are connected together, so if you push one, you'll push the other, and to push them in, you just push them forward, and to push them out, you just pull them out, and push them back. Like that. So it's kind of a reverse landing gear mechanism. There's the bottom. Ugly as ever, because that's just how they're supposed to be. Usually I don't paint the bottom of my car, but you know, you do you. Anyways, so that is the review of Krennic Shuttle. So please continue watching, because I will have more stuff to compare to it and stuff like that, such as the Lambda Shuttle. So stay tuned, though I may be leaving for a moment. So as for the comparison part of the page, if you had been looking that way, you would notice that my Lambda Shuttle's gone, and you'd be right, because it's on the desk. So I'll just open this up quick and put Krennic's blaster slash inaccurate pistol, or slash Phasma's rifle over the side, and my little pistol for him as well, which are dangerously close to Peo, and you know, you can't trust Peo. Anyone, I always say, if he's got a mouth the size of his head, he cannot be trusted. I tried to tell those people that went out to catch Jaws that, and 2 of them died. Actually, 1 of them died. The other guy is still at the bottom of the ocean. I'm pretty sure. I didn't watch all of it, but I'm pretty sure he's at the bottom of the ocean. Anyway, so, shuttles. Shuttle Mania. Look at that. Look at that. Coincidentally, I put them at the different heights, from smallest to gigantinormous. So, wow, it's a big shuttle gang up. I feel threatened. So, I guess I'll just pull back a little bit. Sorry, it's a little bit shaky. And there's the size differences between them. The cockpit for this is pretty vulnerable. I'm saying if I were flying this in battle, pretty open. This one's got a lot more nose to it. A little bit more protection on the front, and then this one doesn't even have a face. It's just eyes. That's it. I don't have a face. I just have eyes. As for armaments, this, again, I don't know if these things up there, which you can't see, are guns or not. For the time being, I'm going to say not, because they don't really look like they should be guns. I mean, this, definitely not. The X-Wing, sure, it can have guns on the wings. Sure, I'll buy it. And I did. So this has dual guns here. This is more of a heavier shuttle. This is more often in use, so it has more weapons. It has guns on the front, guns on the bottom, and a gun on the back. There you go. As for this one, it also has a gun on the back. It's a longer machine gun turret, or that's what I remember it was from Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original. Thumbs up for Star Wars Battlefront 2 folks who continued to watch this video. Well done on both those accounts. So this has 2 guns here. Cool. And they all have one thing in common, which is landing lights. This one, not so much. Good job. But I guess Sidious lands wherever he wants, so he doesn't really need landing lights, because he's a rebel despite being an Imperial. So, that was the comparison. Now for the sizing. So, take K2SO here. K2SO should be able to walk comfortably up this ramp without hitting his head or anything like that. I can just keep whacking his head against here. Nothing's gonna change. He's not gonna fit. He should be able to fit, like, and then some height. This is a big shuttle. This is a lot bigger than the shuttle in Star Wars. Just look at the cockpit. I mean, the cockpit, you know, think of a bodybuilder. The head is like nothing compared to the rest of themselves, which is gigantinormous. I make up words sometimes. Deal. And there's not enough. I mean, we never see the inside of the shuttle in the movie. Well, we see a little bit, but definitely not a full overview. You can see it in a handbook, I believe, the insides. But I'm going to tell you, this is not the right size. So, as for sizing of this set, no. As for accuracy, yeah. They got everything down to every last landing light. I kind of wish they used the guns more in the movie. That would have completed it for me, but whatever. It was an amazing movie. I don't care what all you haters say. This cockpit, I know for sure, should be able to house 2 pilots, as most cockpits in Star Wars do on freighters. Usually it's 2 seats. Oh my goodness, my fingers look chubby. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the camera right now while I'm videoing this. So this should fit 2, but Krennic just barely squeezes in there. Quite comfortably with his blanket and everything. Let me just wrap that over him. There we go. Now he's comfortable. This should fit 2 in the cockpit. 2 side by side, and then some, with some control panels on the side. So this is definitely not figure accurate, figure scale accurate. But if it was, Canadians would have just suffered more, and then Americans would have spent what Canadians have spent on this regularly. Which would be nice to see that, but no, I wouldn't want to spend an extra $60 on this. I got it on sale too. May the 4th for the win. So wait for sales, guys. Always wait for sales, because they might lower your expectations a little bit when you get them. First of all, Lego is always going to be amazing to build, amazing to play with, especially for those first few weeks that you get them, and especially if you have people that you're playing with them with. Always fun to just fly around the house. Take it from me. But as far as accuracies in Lego, there's going to be a lot of disappointments. I think the only size accurate Lego set I have, the Tri-Fighter might actually be a bit too big. I'm just looking through my shelves now. Speeder bikes, that's about it. Maybe the ATDP. Yep, that's all I got. Speeder bikes and my ATDP. What can I say? It's Lego. So let's move to the next. So that about wraps it up. Thank you guys all for watching, and go build something of your own. Have a nice day.